If you let me use it to twist it, because a black woman's seed spins 360, it could be any color. It could come out, that child can come out looking any kind of way. So when these white people want a baby, they don't necessarily need the egg of a white woman to make it. They'll tell me, I'll give you $5,000, pay your tuition, go to school. If you take these drugs and let me harvest out 12, 15 eggs out of you, and I'm good. But what is he using it for? Bombs as a model. Why not? It is what it is. This is the original atom. This is the first atom that was ever studied by anybody. And who will tell you that? When this seed spins out, it has hella cells that orbit around it. Only the best sperm can come near it. So if you got a Down syndrome sperm, you got a sickle cell sperm, you got a diabetes sperm, my egg will not let you near her. She has protective cells that were put in place just for that purpose, that only the best can come through, only survival of the fittest. Out of the millions that made it there, the thousands that survived the journey, only a couple of hundred will come near me, and out of those 100, only one will be chosen. A lot of them are dealing with the one. The atom has one nucleus, the center. It holds all this information. If it's going to replicate, these are the instructions by which it replicates itself. The egg cell is known as an oocyte. I call it a carbon star because if you look in any astronomy, anything to do with astronomy, anything to do with the stars, you know, a carbon star is a cool red giant. And that's exactly what my egg is. Why is it the cool red giant other than the fact that it's red? Well, it's also the cooler cell in the body. Why is it the cooler cell? Because estrogen cools the uterus for a time. But this egg to develop, estrogen will cool it, and then once the egg is released, then you have progesterone coming in to bring the heat. Can you zoom in on these?
Sure.
And if you see number,
Which number?
number 2,
Okay. Progesterone.
the heat-producing hormone. Okay? I'll give you an example of that. Nuclear fission, we're going to go over some terms. Nuclear fission, which is the splitting of the nucleus, this is this, into nuclei of lighter atoms will release energy. So, like we said, anytime nuclear energy comes from what? It comes from this egg penetrating this nucleus. Any kind of reaction with the fission of two, or as we said, the light hitting the atom. And it's actually how we saw the, let's see. Yeah, nothing bad. How we saw the infinite. When this splits, this is what produces the nuclear energy. It's not produced just by the joining of the two. It's produced by their division. So the cracker uses that same thing on you. He doesn't get power by you joining together. He gets power when you divide. So he's actually using a mental type of nuclear energy on y'all black motherfuckers to fool you and to what? Keep you divided. Because that's where he gets his energy / power. And we see that nuclear energy is just that. It's released by reactions within the nucleus. When an egg is 8 days old, or the infinite, it's called a blastocyte. Crackers actually refer to it as a blastocyte or a blastocyst. And this is where you see trophoblast, you see the inner cell mass in the cavity. And we know blast means the act of exploding or explosion, the Big Bang. But this is where you also get the vampire, the good vampire. So the king of the damn movie ain't touching on shit. But the first vampire is the blastocyte that what? It reaches onto the uterus. It has to die to live. You have to, just like you have to, now you have to die out of this physical body to be mentally reborn. The egg has to die. It has to actually bury itself into the mother. And that old physical body.
That's right, that's right. All right, so we give thanks to you, sister, for dropping it like it's hot. I was showing you the idea that knowing how the female body works will give you the same synonymous issues of action around the movement of our universe. It's the same thing. The female is nothing but a universe herself. All right, and that's the real deal Holyfield about all of that, you know? I mean, it is, though. Anyway, I saw this. I was looking at this. You can see the eye on top of the pyramid. That used to be the black cap with the eye of Heru, Asar, or Ra. They're all the same. They stole it. The Greeks, the Romans, the Europeans, they stole the damn black cap off. The Arabs, they all went into Africa and stole everything from us. And then plagiarized us around the world as being the thieves. Got everybody hating on black when we bring you this beautiful stuff here. Okay? You can see the boat, which is the sun, passing around the earth forever, bringing life force, which is the Ankh. The female's reproducible, the uterus, the male's phallus, testicles, and ovaries. In the boat, sun disk, you can see Tahuti, which is wisdom, front and back, giving praise, adorations, hands in the sky, to the sun. You can see this in ancient Kemet. The baboon is zoomorphic, representation of even the animals pay adoration to the sun, is what they're saying right here. You can see the serpent power energy activated in this occupant in the boat, who I would say is Ra or Heru. Okay? Now look, I can't get down here, but as you can see, there's a SARS hat with probably Tefnut. They all down in there. Now this stuff right here, this is the stuff that we had on the walls of ancient Africa, ancient Kemet, before Europeans were even on the freaking earth. Okay, by the time the Europeans popped up on earth, this stuff had already been on its way out, declining. We could be so far ahead now in knowledge and technology if it wasn't for the stagnation of these oppressors and these enslavers. It's pathetic. They have stagnated sun-like knowledge, and they're still doing it. You have children on the earth that is disobedient to their parents because you have all these electronic devices and all these TV programs and all of this permission that they get by going to school all day, and pretty much you don't even own your children anymore. The only people that own them is the people that take advantage of. They can just arrest them and put them in jail, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, they can make you even sign shit you don't want to sign. So the corruption is, all this corruption was never a part of us. All the people who wants to remain with that stuff, you know, I feel sorry for you. I really do, because I've already told you what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything else about that, all right? That's all to it. Just know that you're doing yourself a real hard justice. This knowledge is coming back. That's all to it. The people who stagnated this knowledge is going to be removed. This is what the Son wanted us to be learning. And though it seemed like the little time that's been here has been a long time, it hasn't been a long time to immortal gods. So it was just long enough for you guys to get comfortable. You got to get your ass up. Get the hell out of here. You can see the work that they want to call pagan. You can't find no Christian ancient work like this anywhere that'll give substantiation to all their Bible stories. All their Bible stories is taken from here. All the Kemet, off the stone walls, out of Asia, off the stone walls, all over Africa, off the walls of the people having interaction with the sunlight. That's the reason why your day of worship in that religion is called Sun, S-U-N, Day, D-A-Y, school. Because you worship the sun, even though they tell you you're worshiping Jesus. They don't call it Jesus worship. They call it Sunday worship. See, they tricking you. They get you to worship the sun so they can get the blessings of the sun, but they don't want you to know that's what you're worshiping, because then why would you need them? The royal family, all in the boat. You see, this is the procession that I just showed you all, with the goddess Tefnut, Asar. I won't be able to tell you all of them, but I'm sure that this one is Asar. This is probably Amen, Adam Ra. It's so many different ones, I can't even try to guess. But this hat right here is definitely the headgear of Asar, as you see the little point. And then later, you see the Pope walking his ass around with it on. You know, just can't have nothing. And as you can see, these boats are ancient as hell on the walls in Kemet. So how dare the Europeans come up and say they were the first people who made boats? And I mean elaborate boats with lotus flowers on it. See? Do you see? And you can see someone that's having the opening of the month ceremony right there. You know, it's just amazing how they could plagiarize everything from us and really be running the world with it, and how the people so brainwashed that they hate the people that's trying to wake them up. All this ancient stuff still preserved on the wall. As you can see, this is a baboon. We're not worshiping anything. We're showing with anthropomorphic as well as zoomorphic demonstrations of how our universe works. If you want to know what's bad worship, is when you worshiping something that you can't even see. They all sitting in the church looking up at something invisible. They got their eyes closed, going inside of them to worship something that's on the outside. If it's on the outside of you, why are your eyes closed? Because your eyes is closed because the only way it can have existence is that it comes from your mind. And every time you think, you have to close your eyes. And you close your eyes to concentrate on the inner light that's inside of you. That is the concentration on self. When you need to concentrate on what's outside of you, you don't close your eyes. You close your eyes when you're going inside. So you know instinctively that what you're looking for is inside of you. That's the reason why you shut everything out. Now this is ridiculously foolish. You close your eyes to find what's inside of you, but you search for it on the outside of you. That is so damn stupid. You know it's inside of you. That's why you close your eyes, so you can have a focus on it. Otherwise, why are you closing your eyes? If your Jesus is inside of you, then I don't understand why you're even going to church. So you can gather with the people you don't even talk to when you're sitting in there. I know. I used to go to them churches. This is ridiculous. This is redundant. And you can see it's all the women. And you teach your son. And that's why they all run around with their pants sagging off their ass. Because they're not learning anything that can help them.
Is in tune with how they naturally think. So when they denounce it, they don't even realize that they're attacking themselves in favor of this European mythological story that they've been given about Jesus. It's like a when you see a black person falling for this, it's like a painful ignorance. You know, it's not like normal. It's like a painful.
Like a new fool.
Like that.
You a new fool. You ain't been a fool before, have you? This your first time, huh?
This video is basically about a lot of the misconceptions and misperceptions people have about Kemetic myth and Kemetic spirituality. Because the Bible, you're dealing with the Bible and religion, you are taught to take the Bible literally. So you read these stories literally. When the Bible says this, it literally means that's what happened. So when people come to it and they are on this westernized